Hello, my name is Professor Jim McLaughlin. I'm Head of School of Engineering. I'm just going to share a PowerPoint presentation here. It'll take about 10 to 15 minutes to go through. So basically, we're talking here destination University of Ulster and engineering based at the Belfast campus. That's the new Belfast campus that I'll talk about just a wee bit later. So, as I say, I'm Head of School. I'm a school of well over 1,000 students, mid-sized school in the terms of engineering. You see a badge here on the left, we'll talk about a wee bit later, we're very proud of. That's the Silver Award Athena Swan badge that we carry very proudly. Every 4 or 5 years, we're evaluated for our ability to attract not only students but staff from female genders to diverse classes of people coming in from overseas, etc. And on that, you're either awarded a medal or a bronze or a silver or a gold. A gold is very hard to get in engineering. To get an Athena, we're very proud of. So the question I'm going to ask during this presentation is, so why are you thinking of getting into engineering? Why choose engineering at Ulster in particular? What will you learn? How will we support you? And how will we prepare you, importantly, for the future? You're thinking of getting into engineering. So what is engineering? I think there's many ways of answering this. It's such a diverse range of subjects and career paths that you can end up going into. But I think this first bullet point is probably the most important one. Engineering courses give you transferable principles and skills that move between different phases in your career. So learn engineering, and that can be transferred into cybersecurity, surgical robots, designing innovative projects, driverless cars, take you into different career paths. Could be government career paths, it could be right into industry, it could be teaching, could be university lecturers, professors, etc. It's a wide range of different areas. You're working alongside other professions, you're improving design, performance, and efficiency of just about everything we use today. So you use maths, yeah, that's what makes engineers tick, but I'll tell you now, it's not all about maths. You can take maths to whatever limit you want. There's science, particularly the physics side of it. If it's biomedical engineering, you're maybe taking the sciences more from biology or even chemistry. But it's taking those sciences or design engineering areas and technology and improving the world around us. So the use of knowledge and skills to make things work, improve things, and solve problems. Working as part of a teams anyway to do that. So those team skills are something that we take on board. And more recently, we've started to develop creativity to help solve those problems. So introducing creativity skills so that you actually understand how to solve problems efficiently in a creative manner. So get ready to make a difference if you join us. So why choose us at the School of Engineering, Ulster University, moving in now to the Belfast campus? Well, these are quite unique courses that we offer. They're all B-Eng and M-Eng, just with the exception of technology and design. That means the B-Eng you can come in on and move up to the M-Eng, or you can come in generally to do that M-Eng course. So the B-Eng is 3 years, but if you take the placement year that you go out in, that makes it 4 years. If you have the M-Eng side, it takes it up to 5 years. And there's various routes into that I'll talk about later. There's some of these courses with asterisks. You see the asterisks on the right-hand side here, particularly the electronic engineering, mechanical engineering, and M-Eng mechatronics. They're available with optional German master's degrees. So that's an important element of those. We'll eventually sort of look at other options that will go with other courses here. But at the minute, we're really talking here just about those 3 courses. German master's means you travel to Germany. You spend 4, 5, 6 months, just depending on exactly what you're going to do there. Augsburg and Kempten, you learn some German, and then you train with German students who are obviously masters of engineering, engineering best practice, etc. So those are important elements that certainly make us different. We are a multinational award-winning school. We're home to over nearly 1,000 students now, world-leading research. We've just went through what's called the REF exercise, and in the top 12 in the UK, an impact in engineering out of 90 universities. We typically are in the top. We're typically in the top 20 of subject areas, as you see in the Guardians, the Times Higher. So we're very proud of our position in top-rated parts of the university, sorry, the overall UK system. Highly valued compulsory degrees important, and then the courses are accredited with the likes of the IED, Institute of Mechanical Engineers, and IET. Now, so what really makes us different? Well, the M-Engine undergraduate offering across engineering at Ulster, you won't find that in every university. Having mechatronics and biomedical, there's very few courses running in biomedical engineering. We're the only one offering in Northern Ireland, and same in mechatronics. And but 7 or 8 in the UK in biomedical. Mechatronics is creeping up in different areas, but again, you don't see a lot of it. And of course, the German offering I talked about is very important. We're over 43 staff at the minute. That staff, we use basically a wide range of about 30-40 million pounds worth of equipment, a wide range of equipment to help with lab classes, help with research development, etc., and help with the overall teaching offer. And we have great relationships with industry. We bring industry in to sponsor programs. This McCoglin Engineering Scholarship is an important one. We also have guest speakers that will come in and teach you basically how industry works, etc. Now, the big story at the minute is we are moving into Belfast. We're in the middle of actually moving as we speak here in May, June. We'll be up and going late August, time for September. And you can see here the engineering block here occupies about 4 floors of this new fantastic £350 million bespoke building for a range of subjects you will mix on campus with. So effectively the whole of the Jordanstown campus moves into Belfast, joins up with the arts, and links in with their colleagues in built environment and social sciences and business, as well as computing, joining the arts that are already there. That will be a fantastic time for us in downtown Belfast, so to speak. I suppose what makes it different, that travel out to Jordanstown is not there, as the transport hub is developed in Belfast and transport improves. It will certainly be a very exciting part of the city as we develop that even further, known as the Cathedral Quarter. Research, as I mentioned earlier, particularly with REF, we are, as you can see here in a minute, I'll be pointing out top 20. Yes, we've expanded the REF number of universities that basically come in that area, and to be top 12 in impact is an amazing result for us. That was just announced last week. We're of an internationally renowned team, 100 researchers based in the school, leading materials research institute. 100% of our research of our impact is world or internationally leading. We have a range of master's programs that you can do tied into research in mechanical engineering, manufacturing management, biomedical engineering, advanced composites and polymers. And NIBEC, one of the famous buildings, we'll be moving all of that to the Greater Belfast campus, and that looks mainly at nanotechnology and bioengineering. And then the NIAS Centre, which is joint with Queen's, looks specifically at advanced manufacturing and advanced composites and engineering. Again, a very important part of our overall offering. The type of subjects and themes that you see in research, then that comes back into really specific topics within teaching, and again, very important for our local and national economy: digital healthcare technology, advanced future manufacturing materials, nanotechnology, aerospace, composites, sensors, Internet of Things, RF communications. That's all led, not just going back into teaching, it's also led to spin out companies. We've HeartSign, IntelliSense, iSnap, Axis Composites, MFL, Hardscape, and that goes on to larger companies that buy those companies over. And we're home to the defibrillator, the development of the automatic equipment defibrillator. HeartSign was a company that came out of this building in the top right. We've also got wearable systems, wearable ECG monitoring systems come out of the building as well, and to a company called IntelliSense, and so on and so on. Lots of examples of that nature. And we also go on to advise government. We help with the recent COVID modelling, the diagnostic test that you all use, the lateral flow test. A lot of that's the type of things that we get heavily involved in engineering. So we are different. Women in engineering is a very big part of what we do. In fact, our biomedical engineering degree is about 50% female. But the members of staff that we take on board now, we try to represent right across the community as regards multicultural, overseas, and particularly getting this balance right to make sure that more women come into engineering is a very, very big theme that we try to pursue and promote strongly. So the Athena Swan Silver that I mentioned at the beginning is a very, very big part of that. But we do get excited by it, and we bring those messages into schools. We bring the messages into various events that we have in the much wider Belfast region, trying to promote this gender gap issue that we are helping trying to address. We also, as part of employability skills, we believe that teams matters. So these large rooms, there's going to be many of these in the new campus where you'll work in teams. It's exactly what industry wants, is solving problems with the ability to understand each other, construct reports, construct what we call scrums, etc., to come up with ideas and basically motivate each other, bring in different disciplines, bring in different best practice from each person to create the complete product at the end that you're really after. So we do a lot on that, and we have fastest boat competitions and all sorts of different competitions to try and bring forward your skills in that area rapidly developing. Now, what you will learn is a stronger theoretical knowledge within that discipline, some technical and practical skills associated with what you do, and very importantly, there's transferable employability skills, which is like everything from communication to how to write patents, how to make a presentation sharp and clear from the point of view of getting messages across to engineers and management, etc. And that's what really sets you up for your career, is a lot of those employability skills. So first year you do the fundamentals, second year you do process and skills. Those coming from a foundation grade can start, if we evaluate that as suitable, in second year. You do your placement year in third year. So some students have completed a foundation course and will be eligible to skip the placement year. But most students have to do that placement year. That's a good thing because big long interview industry normally does take you on after. There are other industrialists will take you on because you've served that 1 year in placement. Or it doesn't have to be a full year, but typically can be. Final year, you'll apply that knowledge into specialist modules. And then you'll do your very important final year project where you bring a lot of your knowledge together, do experiments, and eventually produce a research report. If you're doing an MEng, you apply a lot more specialist knowledge, and your particular project is a lot more specialist in nature as well. So teaching is excellent. A lot of our staff are well qualified through their professional bodies, continuously upgrade their knowledge and ability to teach, knowledge through research, ability to teach through what's called the Higher Education Academy. And with that, if you see, look at the right hand side, we have many people that are fellows or have got awards through the main societies, professional body societies, the IE, Institute of Mechanical Engineers, the IET, that's the electrical side of the house, Institute of Physics, and so on and so on, our Royal Society of Chemistry. So, as I've sort of hinted before, the top 20 in a lot of our subject areas, quite often getting 100% student satisfaction. We mix very nicely on a theoretical basis with relevant practical skills. It's all research informed, trying to bring as much creativity in. The industrial placement year is very important. We help you get that industrial placement all over the world, locally, whatever, and then help you through it as you're going through it with some visits. We have a reasonably low staff-student ratio in laboratory and practical work, 18 technicians there to help support. Readily available staff with very often open door policies, many visiting fellows and professors, etc., also to come and give the guest lectures to brighten up your understanding of the subject area. And these competitions, these student-led competitions exist where some students want to develop the fastest bikes, fastest cars, the Formula One car project, and we have got sponsors there to take you into different competitions throughout the UK, throughout Ireland, and we've had certainly big success over the years in a lot of those themes. Placement, as I mentioned earlier, can take you around the world to Rolls-Royce, to McLaren, to America, to companies like Boston Scientific and Medtronic. A lot prefer to stay local in the Northern Ireland area, or the Republic of Ireland is very popular around the Galway area for medical device companies, etc. How will we support you? I did hint there at quite a big open door policy where you can meet advisors of study, tutorial systems, student learning support, knowledge of support staff. School office is very important to really help you get paperwork where it's required put through, which you might need for funding, for fellowships or for studentships, etc. And then member staff are available for student support and guidance, and we are different in that way. We really treat you as number one and make sure that you get the guidance that you need. Finally, our project supervisors again do take their job very seriously to an extent that if you do well, we have prizes, industry prizes and professional body prizes. And at the beginning, when you join us, there's a chance to go for some scholarships. The Coghlan scholarship worth about £1,000 is the type of things that are on offer. Now, we do also want to recognise achievement with staff and students, etc. And there's lots and lots of examples where students do well, either in sporting achievement, in their own technical achievement, in innovation awards, whatever it might be. So there's a whole range of exciting examples of where we can come in and help move that forward. That can be done sometimes with financial help. It can be done just with us helping you do the applications and helping you get those awards that are important then for your future career as well. So recognizing achievement important. We have a student-led society, and importantly run the annual formal, but also there's makers clubs that they run, and they did win the Best New Society Award in the National Awards Series in 2018. There's robotics leagues that they compete with Queens on, and we typically do very well in that. Electronics workshops to bring students through, and mechanical workshops and rapid prototyping as well. Now, in the community, we try and get you out as students, get you back to your old schools, get you into companies, etc., showing what you know. So we have various programs that run to bring that through, primary engineers, Sentinels programs, and Erasmus programs. And again, that's all about confidence building in your own area. Preparing you for the future. These are the sort of jobs that we would see you ending up in: design and consultancy, medical devices, advanced manufacturing, aerospace, automotive, health technologies, Internet of Things, research and education. So we're preparing you for those areas. In Northern Ireland, 26 and higher, I know cases 30, 32, 33, and even higher, depending on your CV and how you build that up, is a typical starting wage. 90% of our students are employed within 6 months. That number is actually I've just heard recently changed about 95%. Could be 100%, but many students, 5% of students, not many, but 5% of students are keen to get a year out and whatever. And that sometimes those figures can look, they're not low, they're very high figures, but why they're not 100%. Because eventually after a year and a half, we do see 100% coming through. Employability of graduate prospects, very high employability. We can introduce you into projects that keep you with the university and companies. It's called fusion projects and KTPs. We bring in guest lectures and formal industrial lectures to really get you close to that industry feel. We have Ulster Edge and Science Shop projects, again, to link you with industry. And then we have an annual engineering jobs fair. We've also got a dating fair that helps date you up with companies. I should have mentioned maybe that when you do your placement, then we do give you a diploma for professional practice. or if you go abroad, we give you a diploma in international academic studies, and that tends to be quite important. So you receive your BS degree, and on top of that, you get a diploma of professional practice when you do your year's placement. And those are the sort of companies I pointed to earlier that you travel the world to go to. So this is speed dating, just an example of what it's like. You spend about half an hour with a company. They're mildly interviewing you, but they're telling you a lot about the company, trying to excite you as well, and then tell you what they're looking for. And that tends to be a very important part of how to win an interview, is actually understanding how to conduct yourself at an interview. So we use these sorts of companies here, local companies, Randux and Bombardier, now Squares, Syngenta, Robi, Collins, Andor, etc. Just some examples. So the next steps, I will on day one be welcoming you. We normally, hopefully now that COVID is changed quite a bit, and we were able to bring a lot more people in. We all last year we were doing face-to-face teaching, but we would hope to actually on day one welcome you properly with pizzas and induction lunches and stuff like that there. We would you'll meet the course directors and the academic team. We'll have engineering in where you meet motocross, the motocross team. Maybe introduce you to some stuff in our car parks that we do with remote control cars, drones, etc. But you've also time to meet new friends, meet some of the heads of school, and we'll do that, as I say, with a bit of a pizza feast or whatever we get organised at the time. So just to summarise, on the right is this very important school office and a couple of email addresses there and how to contact us. But you know, top 20 school in the UK right across all subjects for teaching and research, in some cases top 12 in the case of research impact. 900 to 1,000 students, all courses fully accredited. There's usually 170 students in placement each year. There's 5 courses offered, undergrad and 4 at masters. We have top 20 in research and materials and general engineering. Excellent student satisfaction, 96% getting jobs within 6 months. COVID-19 blended teaching and COVID-19 research success has been a big factor of how we worked through COVID. And we've major Belfast city deals that we're just investing in. So digital healthcare technology, just received 43 million to build a whole new digital healthcare technology research centre, and joint with Queen's a £96 million advanced manufacturing centre. And we'll have the GBD move finalised in this, as I say, this summer. So brand new campus located in Belfast Cathedral Quarter with a bustling culture centre, modern state-of-the-art facilities accommodating 15,000 students, one of the biggest campuses in the world. So now I'd like to just take time and browse our courses. BEng, MEng and Biomedical Engineering, it should be. And then a biomedical engineer is basically detailed below. You'll learn anatomy, electronics, professional studies, engineering, fundamentals, mechanical, CAD, mechanical CAD as it's known. The career opportunities will be in biomedical engineering, manufacturing engineering, project engineering, and companies like Medtronic, Boston Scientific, Randux, etc. Our industry links will give you an edge when competing with graduate programs. So you get a lot more detail when you hit that barcode. And we have electronic engineering. It's about modern electronic engineering for programming and circuit design. You'll learn to design and manufacture electrical devices, the lectures and tutorials, practical work, placement year. And then career opportunities will be in control and instrumentation engineering, design engineering, electronic engineering, etc. Students maintain a high standard in the first 2 years of BEng programs can transfer up then to the MEng. So BEng, MEng, mechanical engineers create design and manufacture of all kinds of products, processes across the widest range of industries. So it's mainly about design, mechanical systems, materials, manufacturing skills, advanced manufacturing, etc. have been an important part of that. You can work your way into aerospace design engineering, development engineering, mechanical design engineering, production engineering, senior project coordinator manufacturing systems engineering, mechanical engineering, and always very good student satisfaction in that area. And then mechatronic engineering is a mixture between electronics and the mechanical world. So you're developing the principle of mechanics, electronics, and computing to deliver simpler, more economical and reliable systems. Course designed with employers to prepare students for a wide range of industrial, electronic, and mechanical roles. So you'll learn electronic skills, engineering skills, mechanical skills, software development skills. A work placement here is included again in all of these, and you'll have career opportunities as product developer, embedded systems engineers, power, industry engineering, renewable energy, engineering, manufacture, product design. And then the M-Eng and engineering management, basically a major role in design and manufacture, where the challenges include the development of more efficient and effective manufacturing systems and processes, the creation of innovative products, and sustainability and building of new business models to support high-value manufacturers. If you learn engineering and management skills, engineering technology, materials manufacturing systems and processes, and be complemented with business studies. Your career opportunities will be CAD, control, instrumentation engineer, design engineer, electrical engineer, electronics engineer, sound engineer, special effects technician, systems analyst, etc. Technology with design brings more of that creative design piece in. This is joint with some of our colleagues in art and design. And it's basically all about enhancing creativity and innovation within engineering. The course will appeal to students interested in engineering, technology, and product design and development. So it's all to conceive and develop innovative designs and turn them into manufacturing reality, market awareness, and how to apply creativity in the pursuit of innovation. You'll end up in design engineering, lecturing further education, manufacturing engineering, mechanical, design engineer, product engineers, technology teachers, and product support engineers. But with transferability skills, as I said at the beginning, all of those courses can end up in very, very different areas. So courses are continuously reviewed to take advantage of new teaching approaches and developments in research, industry, and professions. Please aware that modules can change depending on the year of entry, only mild changes really. The exact modules available and their order may be very depending on course updates, staff availability, and timetabling, etc. But please contact the course team for the most up-to-date modules. But in engineering, that doesn't change hugely. We're always updating the content, but the actual themes themselves. If you need more information, obviously ulster.ac.uk is the main website, but email us at study@ulster.ac.uk and that'll divert you to engineering. It's ready to apply at ucas.com. That's what you need to hit. Thank you. So that's my talk over. I would encourage you to visit, as I say, the websites there and get more and more information on asking grades, etc. Difficult to go into that detail, but that detail is very detailed in the prospectus itself. So on behalf of the School of Engineering, I would like to wish you all the best. Good luck with all the processes ahead of you, and look forward to seeing you at Ulster University. Thank you very much indeed.